listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
Bang, we in this thing. You already know what it is. It's your partner Blaze, man, and we back. No Invite Podcast, Season 3, The Level Up, Episode 76. And you know you got me in the building, and normally we have some people in here, but unfortunately, they, well, I'm not going to say unfortunately because they have a life, so it's good that they have a life and they're living it. And it's somewhere out in LA getting her boogie on, you know, it's birthday behaviors with Ann, so shout out the best kept secret while she's out there living her life. Patty, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to keep saying what Patty is because some of y'all are dumb and y'all really think that it's true. These are Patty's words, not mine. So if you feel insulted by that, then you should definitely holler at her. But she don't want me to tell y'all that what she really be up to when she's not here. So let's just say it's top secret G14 classified. You dig? Mm-hmm. She gonna be mad at me for saying that too, but I'm just keeping it real, you know. Shout out to Patty and everybody else, you know, the whole crew, the podcast, everything's been wonderful. I can't even lie to you. I'm very grateful for just how things are turning out. I appreciate all y'all that are listening, that keep running the numbers up, the people that subscribe, the new subscribers to the channel. We're starting to build that up. I mean, we're nowhere where we want to be, but just know that we are going to get there, our destination, you know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. And unfortunately, if you came looking for Ann or you came looking for Patty, P. Billy is like we like to call her, P. Billionaire. If you came here looking for her this week, sorry, it's just me. It's gonna be on one of my rant type shit. So be prepared for me to be me. You know what I'm saying? And I could only be me. I mean, I can't be no one else. So if you're here for me, then I appreciate you too, because God, I know everybody can't. I have to be. I'm one of those things. I'm like crack or, you know what I mean, reality TV. You know, you take it in moderation. You really can't. I'm not really something that you want to indulge in all the time. You know what I mean? And with that being said, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it how we always keep it. No Invite Podcast. I'm Blaze One Diz. Thank y'all for being here. You know, like, I don't know how it's been. I know down south it's been a little different because it's wide open out there, or it's been wide open for a while. But out here it's a little, you know, we're barely getting our you know, our lightweight freedoms back. You know what I mean? The California mask mandate and the vaccine mandate ended, or is going to end the midway of this month. I'm not quite sure. And I really don't know how to feel about that. I feel like it's really strange that all of a sudden it's just good now and yada da da da, everything just go back to what it was. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like I said, said it before, I'm not an anti-vax person or nothing like that, but it's just weird that how all of a sudden, you ain't got to worry about the Rona like that no more, you dig? It's just everything's okay. So without saying that, without being said, you know, the reason why I bring it up is because it's starting to feel normal again out here, though. Like, really normal. Like, it's almost feel weird. Why not normal? You know, they dropped the mask mandate and then the vax mandate, I think, too. You don't have to show proof of vaccination to do anything or get anywhere. And people are showing it. We out and about. And, you know, like I said, we've been used to it. It's been our reality for like 2.5 years now, almost 3. And, you know, there's been our reality and shit. So when you're seeing people walking around bareface, you seeing people walking around just like willy-nilly, just grabbing shit and not. It's just strange to me. It's strange how we went from like red alert like 2 months ago to now it's like, oh, everything's great all over the United States. Because obviously Sleepy Joe had his State of the Union address where he talked about that shit. So for all y'all listening, whether you're Republican, Democrat, whatever, just want you to know I'm for the people. I'm not a liberal. I'm not an independent. I don't fall under no category. I fall under the whatever's best for the people. So when I comment on these things, just know that I'm doing my best to be as impartial as possible. You know, there is certain things and certain laws and beliefs and stuff that both sides I could agree with. And there's a lot of shit that I don't agree with, and I'm never been a puppet. I never been one to follow anybody or nothing, or just do things because it was cool and everybody else was doing it. I've always been the one that argues, the contrarian. Why? Questions things. I need to know. Make me feel comfortable if you're trying to get me to do something, or at least I want to see what the outcome is, or I need to see some examples of stuff. So power to y'all, to everybody that got the vaccine. You know, if something happens and you start growing a tail or something later on, I'm not the I told you so type. You know, I'm not that. You ain't gonna catch me saying that. But at the same time, if you wonder why you got a tail and I don't got a tail, I mean, don't let's not be tail shaming, and let's not be not tail shaming. All right, let's learn to live amongst each other in a civilized manner so that we could carry on and proceed with our lives. You dig? Man, I don't shout out to the Rona. We're gonna say RIP for now. I mean, you never know, it might be on its Tupac Machiavelli shit, living in a island somewhere off the coast just waiting to reappear. You know what I mean, on the 7th day, the 23rd anniversary. Who the fuck knows? But RIP to the Rona. We do not miss you, believe that. Do not miss you one bit. I hope businesses and everybody out there, you know, are able to recover, and they're able to, get themselves back in line, because I know this shit was devastating for a lot of people, and as an aspiring entrepreneur and having a lot of friends that are independent business fellows and she's or whatever, you know, I mean, I don't know how we call it nowadays neither, you know what I'm saying, but shout out to them, man. I hope that we are all able to get back on our feet, get this economy swinging, get people jobs, get people well-paying jobs, because we're not going to act like there ain't jobs out there. There's jobs out there, but the jobs are not paying what you need to make it. You know, they say, and I live in California, everybody, for all y'all listening. I know New York is out of control when it comes to the prices of rent and everything else, and God only knows everywhere else, but we out here in California, and it's hard as fuck. You gotta have, like the meme says, you gotta have 2 jobs and a little larceny or some sort of illicit side hustle to survive in California. Now, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that, and I'm not going to agree with it, but I'm not going to disagree with it neither. But you do need a third hustle of some sort to make it out here. You know, and some people been living like that, so they've been living in the year 2055 already and having their 2 jobs and a side hustle. And some of us during the pandemic, we actually had to figure that out. You know, we had to get our minds right and try to figure out how we can have another way of this to generate some income. So shout out to the people out here living it, making it. This gas is fucking ridiculous. It jumped like 50 cents overnight. Your boy got a Hemi motor, and I could only take 91 octane. So that should let you know right now what it's looking like when you go to the pump. It's like $6 right now. I seen a meme that says LA got it for like, I think LA said they got it for like $9 right now, but a lot of these memes be bullshit. People be posting stuff that's fake. It'll be a doctored image. So I'm not gonna jump as high as to say that, but we all know when you live in a highly dense populated place like that, you know that it's gonna cost more, because they're going through it faster. You dig what I'm saying? It's just simple economics, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. I'm like that Wolverine picture, you know, the X-Men comic Wolverine meme where he's laying on the bed and he's holding a picture frame, and then on the picture frame it has a picture of the gas prices from like 2006 where it was like $1.80, $2. You know, remember when motherfuckers was bitching about it going up to $2 a gallon? Yeah. Oh, how you feeling now? You know, how you feeling now? That shit hurts. You know what I mean? And it hurts the people. But hopefully, like I said, they fuck creating new jobs. How about we raise the wage for a lot of these jobs for people can make an actual living? So that's something that all you heavily political pundit friends and listeners and haters or whatever, if you fall into that category and you're just a podcast that turned fucking conservative and you know what's best for this country. How about y'all figure that out for us? Put that out there. Put them good vibes out there instead of talking shit about what the other side does. How about we start all putting some solutions in and into the pot. That's all. And that goes for all other political pundits of all kinds that are out there that they apparently know what's best for America, and all of us are scum for one reason or another. Y'all, that's what y'all need to do. Put that shit together. Find a way to raise up the money and the living wage, the earning wage for these jobs, so people, if people could pay their rent, have groceries and pay their bills, and then have a little spending money on the side, they're okay. We're okay. You know what I mean? It's when you're struggling, when you're check to check, and when you don't know what's going on, that's when you got shit fucked up. You know what I mean? Give people options, man. Let them be able to work, but have a work in a wage that fits their lifestyle. You dig what I mean? Like helps them live and help them keep going. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? This whole week has been crazy. I feel like a lot of shit has been changing. As much as we try to keep it comedy on the podcast, I can't ignore certain things. So I had to bring that up. You know what I mean? I had to address that. I try to keep it light. Like I said, I'm here to make you laugh and make you think. But now I'm not here to stress you out or make you anxious and have you feel like you got you got to re-examine your whole life. Like, if we could do that in a positive way, yeah, but not through negative means. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I just thought, it was crazy, whatever. So we're going to keep it moving. No One Vibe Podcast. We got a lot of good shit. And we're going to get into the here and now. Sleeping Joe informs the public. This is a public service announcement. You actually heard it here first on the No Invite Podcast. And I try to let y'all know, but nobody listens to me. And to be honest with you, who would want to listen to me anyways when it came down to this situation? Because people needed money, yo. I mean, I feel like it was a setup, to be honest with you. But I mean, because it's temptation, and temptation's a motherfucker. And we're not going to just act like it's only one segment of the population that took advantage of these PPP loans or whatever, right? It was a lot of people from all over that took advantage of these PPP loans, whatever. And now, he said, Joe Biden in the State of the Union address basically said that he's going to be sending out the watchdogs, and they're going to investigate anybody and everybody, and I use everybody loosely, that took out some PPP loans and fucking used them for fraudulent shit, like to ball on Instagram, to buy a Bentley because you needed one. You know what I mean? So damn bad. And all of a sudden you a millionaire and you don't know how to act. Sound like the lottery curse and shit, but that's basically the word. Sleepy Joe ain't playing with y'all. He is definitely not Trump. For all my Trumpers out there that are like thinking that this would have never happened if Trump opened the door for this to happen. And just so happens, Sleepy Joe's the butler on the other side of the door. He's the fucking valet parking on the other side. And he's going to give you exactly what I was saying they were going to do. They finna come put all you motherfuckers in jail, which is some bullshit, because they facilitated this, and they could have, if they was really on that shit, they should have been doing a better job of doing these loans, but they didn't care. And unfortunately, a lot of people bit, and now they finna fucking start throwing motherfuckers in jail. I mean, there's no other way really to describe it. There's nothing else you could say about it. I seen it coming. I even said it on this podcast. I believe last season when the shit was at its all-time peak. I'm like, something ain't right. And they're letting people slide right now, probably because it was the pandemic. And they're like, you know what? We don't want to fill up the jails. People are doing bad right now. Let them take this money out, take these loans out, and obviously put it back into the economy, put it back into whatever it is, because it's going to get spent. Give them a couple years of living high, and, letting us ball out for a little bit. And we finna come swoop him up as soon as this pandemic shit over. And ain't it crazy how, he just announced he did a State of the Union and he's like, yo, the whole, like, we're gonna be searching watchdog shit. He basically announced what they're intending to do about this. And it just so happens it coincides with the time that Corona gone. Or at least Corona in the background lurking and shit, trying to get his bars right, like Eminem after he fucking on 8 Mile after he froze up on stage, right? Corona back there really just working on a vicious remix for y'all. But yeah, that's what it is. Unfortunately, they coming for y'all. I don't know, the whole hood going to jail for sure. If you was fucking around, they're gonna get you. What I want to know is, are you gonna be like that? All you Trumpers that get took too, though. I remember, we're all about all lives matter, like how y'all say, right? So that means all y'all lives matter too. So when they come lock y'all ass up, don't be like that dude that got pulled over and was asking Lord Trump to save him, and then they dragged his ass out of his fucking car and he realized can't nobody save you. That's the thing. That's the only thing that that bothers me the most when people get too political and start foaming at the mouth, whether it's right, left, or whatever, is when they can't see the facts in front of them. When they think that somebody is gonna swoop in out of the sky. Maybe that's what people do to tell themselves, to make themselves feel better. Like I said, it's a real anxious world and there's a lot of fucking shit that we're exposed to. So maybe that's what they do. They put this whole supreme confidence that the orange savior's coming to pull them out of the fire, when it's just the reality is that you are the only one that could pull yourself out the fire. Trump can't save you. Sleepy Joe can't save you. The only people that are going to save you is you. And once you figure that out, you might live a happier life. You might not froth at the mouth so much when people tell you an opinion on politics that doesn't exactly align with yours. But who the fuck am I to talk? Like I said, some will call me a lib, some will call me a lefty, some will call me a independent or whatever, and unfortunately for me, I don't fall underneath none of those labels. I am what I am and I be who I be, man. Word to fucking Popeye and shit. So missing woman claims she was abducted by 2 Hispanic women, is arrested for staging her kidnapping, for false kidnapping in 2016. We're gonna name her name. We don't usually say names in here off these articles. It's obviously something that's out there, but this chick basically it slandered some raza, you feel me? And that's the type of shit that gets people like that look like me and other like that falsely arrested and shot and all that shit. So supermom, self-described or considered supermom, Sherry Papini, she was white, though, you know what I mean? And to my white folks that really fuck with us and that are down, I don't mean white like that, like to talk, I mean like she's that kind of white. She's carrying, make up some shit and fucking get some black or some brown folks arrested type shit. You know what I mean? That's what I mean when I'm saying she's white, dog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real white folks out there. I fuck with y'all all over the world, wherever you at. But yeah, self-described supermom, you know what I mean, was abducted, I think November 2nd of 2016 is what the article said. She was abducted then, and then she was found Thanksgiving Day, tied up and left on the side of the road. She had been, you know when you get bound up, you get tied with ropes and shit. You have like wrist ligature marks, I think what it's called, a ligature or whatever. You got those, and then that's what she had. She had a broken nose, and she had a brand on her shoulder, like she got burned with something. Like apparently the story was she told the cops that they burned her or whatever. Dropped off on the side of the road. Apparently, she was actually with her ex-boyfriend in Costa Mesa and just totally left her kids behind, I guess, and told everybody that she got locked up. And 2 Hispanic women. And look, check this out, too, on top of that. This is another thing that fucking pisses me off, right? And it's fucking hilarious because she's already on her Karen shit, right? She already through 2 people that were fictitious But that could have been any two people. If the cops really want to put something on you and they could figure out an angle and they got certain descriptions, they could do their best if they was really on that. But I guess, they were doing their due diligence, because they ended up finding out that she staged it, everything. But what makes me mad, if you go online and you look at the picture, because the FBI interviewed her and they wanted a description so they could do a sketch to put out there to warn other people. She must have went for the quintessential chola. The way she drew them with the bandanas on her face, I was like, yo, she really was like she was watching fucking old school Boulevard Nights and fucking Blood In Blood Out movies and shit, and that's like where they came from. It's like, yo, she either got hate for this, or that's the best that she could come up with, or she got hate for not only Latinos but particular type of Latino. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gotta point it out, but y'all gotta check out, y'all, when you get a moment, check out the picture. It's just ridiculous. And she basically falsified all this. All of it, allegedly, I guess. She ain't been convicted, so we're not gonna throw under a bus like that. Allegedly, she falsified all that. The police locked her up. I'm just like, I'm not here for her getting locked up or whatever. She gonna find her own karma however she finds it. But it's just like, man, for those people that don't know, that's the type of shit we talk about when we say white privilege and shit. And I know you all want to hear it, and I'm not gonna get into deep and all that, but that's real talk. You know what I mean? Everybody, I'm sure all ethnicities, they all stage kidnappings and do phony shit. I'm sure that we could very well find somebody on some Latino folks or some black folks. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, the difference is that shit hits different. Like the reality is when somebody that's of black or Mexican background says some shit like that, it's not taken as seriously as a white woman saying she was kidnapped by two Hispanic women. Like it doesn't hit the same. You feel me? Let's keep it 1,000. It hits different when police take it differently and they take it to a different level. You dig what I'm saying? So that very well easily could have led to two people completely innocent. They might be cholas and they might smoke a little bit and be drinking pisto and shit, but they weren't hurting nobody. And the next thing you know, if the cops swoop up on them, hey, you know what? You fit the description. They put put them in a lineup, put the ladies back against the wall. Who's to say she don't say that there actually was them? The next thing you know, they locked up. I know y'all see it all the time. You see a lot of people whose convictions get overturned because of overzealous police work and circumstances that are not enough to actually warrant the investigation, but they spin it and they do what they do, and they force it, even sometimes force fake confessions. You see it all the time. Dudes getting 20, 30 years and then finally exonerated. Lost the prime of their life, didn't do anything. He just fit the description. So that's all I'm talking about when it comes to that. Y'all, we gotta use better restraint. We gotta shame the devil. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta shame him out in the open, just like he tries to shame us. Us No Invite Podcast. That was the here and now, and we're gonna keep it moving and grooving like we always do, man. I'll be back in a short break. All right, No Invite Podcast, episode 76. Excuse me, I'm high. I be high, y'all. Don't mind me. Episode 76, season 3, the progression. We out here. We doing what we're doing. We're gonna get into the main topic, and if you know me, I'm a very, very I try to be. I have my moments. I definitely ain't perfect, but for the most part, I try to keep a positive perspective on life. And I'm also try to be honest with myself. I try to be honest about my shortcomings and the things that I'm not doing and the things that I need to be doing. And, a little having some accountability for yourself is very fucking important. And as you learn as you get older, it helps you actually get things that you need to get done, because time, of course, is a currency, and it's a currency that none of us have more of than others. And what I mean by that, well, of course, we're all living on different things. We got older, we got younger, but we all had our slice of our time. You know, whether it's some people die young, God bless the dead, and some people die old in their bed. You feel what I'm saying? But we all have time, and we all have whatever time is been placed on us. And what we don't have is the ability to pay for more time. You know, so being somebody that understands that as you get older, you understand how important that is. You try to understand and be honest about the things that you talk about, and be honest with yourself, because nobody in their right mind wants to be wasting their time on shit they don't need to. You know, I know it's annoying, but back to what I'm saying is basically, to this week's main topic is the power of believing in yourself and how important that is, and how and you know, confidence is very important, but you don't have to be like a outwardly confident person to believe in yourself. You know, confidence helps. Confidence is that little key to help get you through the door, that little push through the door that you might need. You could be the very most capable person for the job, and you go to the job, and just maybe because you're not as vocal, or you're not as comfortable speaking your mind, maybe you get overlooked. You know, that right there in itself is something that everybody has to work on, and as you get older, you understand that certain situations require certain types of mentalities and attitudes. But the power of believing yourself is very important, because you can't ever get to that point to where you even feeling like you could take this job and you could apply for this job and get in there if you don't believe in yourself. For the longest time, I would believe in myself, but not enough for me to take the steps that I needed to go and tackle some of my dreams. You know, I always knew I could do it. I never felt like I wasn't capable of doing anything. And that was always been my mind state as I was young. I felt like if I seen something, if I could get a chance to look how it operates and be around it, I felt like I could do it as well. But I don't know if I believed in myself enough for me to actually take what I was thinking, my ideas, my dreams, my ambitions, and actually put them into play. That was something that took a while for me to develop. And I don't know if it was because, well, actually I know why I stopped wasting my fucking time, and it's because when I was incarcerated, when I went to prison and shit, and all the other times that led up to those times that I did go to prison, it helped me understand the value of time and the value of believing in myself, because believing in yourself is cool, but it's great. It by itself, it's perfect, but you also have to have that extra belief to actually go and to push these things in motion, to actually pursue that job, or pursue that trade, or pursue that opportunity, or to step to that girl that you like, that's your crush, or to stand up and be like, yo, fuck this dude, you know, he's a bully, and smash his fucking nose with a balled up fist. Whatever it is, I don't advocate violence, but I do advocate you to protect yourself at all times and to stand up for yourself. It's very important. But now, the power of believing in yourself is very important. You have to have that belief. Believe in yourself before anybody else, even if people can't tell you to do it. I got this actual topic for any of y'all that watch that Genius documentary on Netflix. Is on Kanye West, and if you're an avid listener of this podcast, you know that I'm not really too fond of Kanye West. I'm not gonna say I hate him, because I don't have hate for nobody that ain't never fucking did anything to me, or that I never fucking met, but I don't like how he move. Now, is he a genius when it comes to how he does his business? Yes, because he understands how people react. But what I liked about the documentary more than anything else was it showed him, not at the very beginning of his journey, it showed glimpses of that, but it showed him from the moment that he started actually, his dream started actually taking roots. and it shows him and it shows how people looked at him and how they considered him, and it showed how he considered who he was and how he believed in himself at the time, when everybody was just maybe trying to write him off as just, oh, he a dope producer, or yeah, he rap, but he's really not, he's really, I really want to fuck with him for these beats. Like in the documentary, it shows a few examples of people not really acknowledging that he was more than just a producer. And he even said so himself. He said the reason why he started to produce beats was so that he could have beats to rap on. It wasn't so he could sell them. It just so happens that he started getting known more for his beats than for his raps. And I don't think it was because his raps weren't there. I just feel like when it comes to rapping, you gotta be felt, and people gotta actually take the time to really listen to you to understand where you're coming from. But a beat, you could throw a beat on right now, and right away you could tell if you like it or not. Boom, this my shit. So he believed in himself enough to bet on himself, and he had that belief early in life. Like it wasn't just something that he acquired, even though that belief is possible to acquire if you really lock in. But it was just something that was built into him, and he fucking made something basically out of nothing, So the power of believing in yourself is very important. Somehow, some way, you got to make sure that you're always betting on yourself. And, with everything that's going on, I know all you see is people's wins. You never see the losses. You don't see the sacrifices. You don't see the tough shit that happened just to get there. For all y'all people that don't know shit about Kanye West and just know him from the headlines and the media, you probably didn't know what it took for him to get where he was at. That's kind of the reason why I like this documentary. It's not because I'm digging how Kanye's moving now. I'm digging this because it's showing people all the shit that he had to deal with and put up with and sacrifice, and all the belief that he had in himself to actually go and get to where he is now. And I mean, that's important. It's important for people to understand that and to have that belief and to know that you can accomplish and you can make things happen for yourself, but you got to start with that. The power of believing in yourself is very important. So to me, I always make sure that I am grateful. I always make sure that I try to work and be honest with my work when I listen to it. I keep it a million with you. This is probably far from my best podcast that I've ever done, but I believe in myself enough to put myself in this situation. I know countless people that are talented as fuck, that are fully capable of doing a lot with their talent, but they just don't do anything with it. And even when they're offered help, and even when they're offered opportunities, they still don't do it. Now, that doesn't mean they don't believe in themselves. Some of them might just not desire that. That just might not be what they want, But I'm speaking for those that I know personally that really would like to be successful and really would like to achieve some of these goals and dreams that they have for themselves, but they never take that leap of faith. Having belief in yourself means that you can know what you're capable of, and even not know what you're capable of, but know that you can do it and have that supreme confidence in yourself. You don't have to be an outgoing person. You don't have to be a super outwardly confident person, but knowing that you could do something, knowing that you're able to focus and put your aim on something and actually do it and get it done should let you know that that's your superpower right there. That's you manifesting something out of nothing, taking thoughts from your mind and bringing them into reality. The importance of all that is that a lot of times the things that you don't think you're capable of, not only were you fully capable of doing them, but with a little hard work, you're able to be extremely successful in what you're doing. Believing in yourself is important. You got to start with something, and maybe you get that through God. Some people, they believe in a higher power, and that's Wonderful. That's how you should be. You should have something to believe in other than yourself, greater than yourself, but you should also have that belief in yourself. That internal confidence, is super important. I just wanted to put that out there for the main topic. I want to make sure that give y'all opportunity to give something to think, because if the podcast was me, I'd be doing more shit like this, and I don't know if people want to hear this. I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life, and I'm at a point at my life where I know that I could give you my perspective through this roller coaster, on situations and things that I picked up. And since the world right now is lacking a lot of common sense, I feel it's my responsibility to share some of that with those people out there that either think like I do and have common sense, or those people that don't and maybe never seen things that way. A lot of times common sense is just a perspective, and sometimes people need to know that they need that confirmation that, I think like that too, so I'm not crazy. Because you might be surrounded by a pack of fucking idiots every day at work or something, and you're starting to think like, everybody acts like a dick except me. Am I crazy? Is something wrong with me? No, you're not fucking crazy. You're not crazy. Common sense ain't common, but for those people that have it, you're blessed. For those people that don't have it, don't worry, don't stress. You still could get it. You have to. It's just being very analytical and being a thinker. You know what I mean? A lot of times we react instead of think about what's going on, and that's where we fuck up. And we're all done it. I don't care who you are. Everybody's reacted before they could think and got themselves into some kind of situation. So the power of believing in yourself. It is manifestation season. We want to make sure that we're reaching our goals out here. The world is a crazy place. I want to spread positive vibes and information. I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I am a couple cans short of a 6-pack. I am a few sandwiches short of a picnic basket. But one thing that I have that no one can take away from me is life experience. And I do like to share that with my podcasting people when we get a moment. So with that being said, this is No Invite Podcast. We appreciate y'all. Episode 76 is in the books. Y'all could go to any podcasting platform and search No Invite Podcast and catch us on there. You could also go, if you really, really fuck with us and you want to hear more shit like this, you could always go to our RiBirth we could go to our Instagram at no_invite_podcast. Drop them comments, drop them DMs if you guys like more topics like this, or if you like, more of the ratchet shit, because we could do that too. Go on and get at us over there. If you really, really fuck with us too, drop us a follow. And if you really, really, really fuck with us, go to our YouTube channel, RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth Media Films with a Z. You can listen to all the podcasts, catch all the Zoom visuals, as well as vlogs and other shit that we do. Subscribe there, hit the notification button, and definitely tap in with us through there. That'll show us a lot that you fuck with us and you support us, and you don't want to see us out here in the streets. You want us living good off this podcasting and eating scripts and roast beefuses and shit like that, and throwing baguettes and bagels and all kinds of crazy shit. So with that being said, I'm me, you're you. Stay blessed.
Personal. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal.
Please hang up and try again.